some cereal. Let me hear your crackle pop. Your crackle pop. Let me hear your crackle pop. Wanna eat cereal, cereal. I wanna eat cereal. Let's eat some cereal. Let me hear your crackle pop. Your crackle pop. Let me hear your crackle pop.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome, cereal lovers, to another cereal review. I am your host and palate guide, Professor Cereal Doctor. Last episode was our premiere outing of Cereal Box, and even though I'm hardly new to the cereal review game, and I want to be clear here, it isn't a game. I admit, it was a learning experience for me and my small but passionate staff. First, I learned that YouTube displays their videos in widescreen, meaning that my review, shot vertically, relegated about 2/3 of the screen's real estate to uselessness. You may have noticed that the framing is still, as the kids say, in portrait mode. Well, here is another of Professor Cereal Doctor's teachable moments. Never admit you made a mistake. This wasn't a mistake. Never admit you made a mistake. Politicians know it. Bob Ross knows it. And now you know it. So if anyone asks, this was an aesthetic decision. And besides, this studio space is filled with paraphernalia that legally has no place in our new endeavor. The second thing I learned is that due to search optimization and marketing nonsense I don't understand, last episode's cereal, which I tried to keep a secret until the triumphant reveal, was in the very title of the video. All the drama, the pathos I worked so hard to build up was ruined. So, here. This is the cereal we're reviewing this time. It's Jolly Rancher cereal. Like our last cereal reviewed, Jolly Rancher cereal was donated to me by a superfan named Harold. And like last cereal, I never tasted this before. The difference is that while I know of and occasionally enjoy a Hershey Kiss, I had never heard of Jolly Rancher before. Unless, of course, you count the punchline of a joke I know. Okay, an octoroon's car breaks down during a rainstorm, and he... Spencer, my producer, has warned me against finishing this joke. Fair enough. You can get ribald comedy elsewhere. This is to elucidate you on cereal. So, I had my graduate assistants do some research for me, and it turns out that a Jolly Rancher is actually a candy. According to Wikipedia, which I always suggest researchers to source, Jolly Ranchers are amorphous solids, meaning their molecular arrangements have no specific pattern. They are hard, brittle, rigid, translucent, and have low molecular mobility. Sounds delicious. A Jolly Rancher is actually a sweet, sucking candy in flavors such as cherry, raspberry, watermelon, and licorice.
Not in licorice.
There's no licorice flavor. They're missing out. Now, let's look at the box. I've seen some commentary, and some of you don't understand why I spend time exploring the box. They say, just tell me what's in it and how it tastes. I want to make something perfectly clear. I am a cerealist. Cerealists look at cereal from a macro holistic lens, which includes the shape, color, smell, and yes, the packaging. If you want a slam-bam review, you should consult a cereologist like Dr. Randall Smythe, or God help you, a Professor Olner. Looking at the front of the box, we see Jolly Rancher cereal, naturally and artificially flavored. What does that mean? I'm asking, I have no idea. But some of my graduate students did supply me with a bag of the actual cereal. And as you can see, they have copied the basic design of it almost perfectly. We have a bowl, not a bowl, boy. We have a spoon with some of the cereal in it, and they seem to be causing the milk to run away, and that's an interesting choice. The thing that really interests me, though, are these colorful characters at the top of the box. As you can see, they are friendly fruits that obviously represent the 5 races of people, including the two-faced race. Now, I'm all for inclusion, and I think that this is a very, very nice touch by the Jolly Rancher people. The last thing I really noticed about the box, which by the way is a General Mills product, is, once again, it is in family size. We know how I feel about family size. Family size is a way of getting rid of product faster because usually they do not believe in it. We will see. Let's turn the box and explore this side, which of course has the nutritional facts. Everything here, I don't really have much to say about it. What I do notice in the ingredients is that it is mainly a corn-based cereal, which does rather match the Jolly Rancher's hard candy, which is mainly made of corn syrup. I like that they're thinking about these small details. Let's turn to the back of the box. And it says, "We've got a hunch that you'll love it a bunch. 'Cause we've got that fruity crunch." Yum. Well, I hope that they are correct. I have a hunch that I will be disappointed. The final side of the box is very similar to the Hershey Kiss cereal that we looked at last time, which is just the name of the product and basically a recycled picture of the spoon on the front. It's not the best presentation I've seen in a cereal, but where I will give them credit is how faithful they were to the original source. I believe it is now time for the opening of the box. Once again, before I open this box, I do feel it necessary to give my predictions. I feel like Jolly Rancher cereal will be very similar to a Fruit Loops. I worry about the redundancy of this product. I have spent the last week eating almost nothing but these Jolly Rancher candies in preparation for this shoot. And I will tell you that they are very sweet, very tangy, and have a very strong taste. I'm looking for that fruity tang. I feel like this Jolly Rancher cereal will not provide that, but I do hope to be proven wrong. So, with that said, time to open the box and discover. There we are. Opening the box. Ooh, they have a bit more glue on the side flaps than on the front. Okay. Unlike last episode's cereal, the Hershey Kiss, where I was bombarded with the smell of cocoa, there is no discernible smell when the plastic bag within is unopened. Now, let's see how that changes when I open the bag. Ooh. And unlike last week's cereal, this one does not wish to open very well. I am still struggling. I must say, when you want a cereal and are struggling with the packaging, you cannot help but be colored by this initial first impression. It will take a lot to convince me, Jolly Rancher cereal, that you are worthy of continued use in my cereal cupboard. Now, let me give this a whiff. That means a smell. And now it is much more pungent. It is actually rather tangy in its smell. I would say that this smell might be more tangy than a Fruit Loop. Which is a very good sign. I really want something different. I don't want to be disappointed like with a Hershey Kiss. I am now going to pour a bowl. So, this is what the cereal looks like. It is a combination, looks like 4 different colors. Red, purple, blue, and green. And they are... they look rather like brightly colored chiclets. Chiclets is a gum. It looks like big teeth. They are very sticky to the touch. Very sticky. And other than that, I don't really have a lot to say about it because they are all the same shape. They sort of resemble kind of a small Jolly Rancher candy, maybe that's been sucked to about half level. But yeah, I'm not terribly impressed with their shaping. But again, I do give them credit for trying to look a little bit like the candy which they are imitating. With that said, it's time to move to the portion where I taste the cereal. As most of you know, I prefer eating my cereal dry with some milk as a backup. We call it the get out method of cereal eating, which is one I subscribe to. In fact, some may say I have invented it. Now, for the initial taste, I'm going to try to get all 4 colors. Not that I expect a difference in taste from any of the individual cereal colors, but oh no, it's okay. All 4 of them are still there. This is trash. So while I was expecting a Fruit Loop, what I got was something else entirely. First, you got a very sweet taste. It was rather fruity, and it was even slightly tangy, but as soon as you crunched into it, that taste goes away entirely. I'm going to try it again, just for fairness sake, but oh, this is very bad. Shame on you, General Mills. You are capable of so much better. It's time for the adding of the milk. I do this for the regular people, the people who like to add milk to their cereals, even though, as a cerealist, as a serious person, I find the entire practice to be, well, let's just say I judge all of you. I do wonder if adding the milk makes that stickiness go away. I mean, it really is almost like it's almost like they coated some bland cornmeal with a slather of corn syrup and some food coloring. Here we go. This is even worse. They ruined milk. Once again, I am listening to the cereal for its snaps, crackles, and pops. And it should surprise none of you to know that it is perfectly quiet. It is dead inside, like me when I review it. What a disappointment. So I have poured myself a bowl of Jolly Ranchers, the candy, and I'm going to see if I would prefer this over the cereal for breakfast. I am going to open the wrapper. My mistakes with Hershey Kisses shall not happen again. Ow. This, by the way, is a cherry. And one thing I can say is that if I were on the go, these sucking candies could last a very long time. Will it give you the nutrition that you would come away with from eating a cereal? Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand any of the nutrition facts. So, I'm not your guy to answer that. But, do I prefer some Jolly Ranchers over Jolly Rancher cereal for breakfast? Emphatically, yes. Yes. I want to make something clear. I don't like going negative. I don't like bashing cereal or the hardworking cereal makers that brought it to our stores and to our breakfast nooks. Everyone from the designers, the flavortologists, the factory workers, and the food stackers at your local food mart. When I insult a cereal, I am not insulting them. This cereal is an atrocity. I take no pleasure in saying this. I took no pleasure in eating it. I went in with a clear and open mind, as I always do when I review a cereal. And Jolly Rancher cereal really let me down. As did the makers of it, General Mills. General Mills, the makers of Cheerios, the makers of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They know how to make a good cereal. But what this has proven to me is that they definitely also know how to make a bad one. So, this has been Cereal Box with Professor Cereal Doctor. I thank you for joining me, and I will see you in your cereal bowl. Good day.